Hello everyone, welcome to TableTalk. Today we're going to talk about how to play Catan. I have already set up the game for a beginner game for 4 players, in which case first you would assemble the border by connecting them all. There are same numbers on each edge, so connect them in such that way. Then based on the rule book, it does have an illustration for you to copy to set up for the beginner's game. However, in the advanced game, you would shuffle all of these tiles upside down and then place them randomly inside of the grid. And then, as the beginner setup, it does tell you where the numbers go, but in the advanced setup, there are letters that you would then place in alphabetical order, starting in one corner and then going in a clockwise fashion in alphabetical order. In the beginner game, there is also starting placements for all the players and their settlements and roads. If you're playing the advanced game, you would start with the start player. They would place their settlement and road, and then in a clockwise fashion, everyone would do the same. And then when the last player places their first settlement, they will place their second, and then in a counterclockwise fashion, they will then place their second settlement and road, so that everybody is dispersed across the board. In a beginner game, you will notice that they do have some spots indicated by star. Those are the settlements that would actually receive resources. The resources would be the 3 resources that they're actually touching. So for example, blue would get a stone, a wood, and a brick. Orange would get 2 wheat and a stone, and so on and so forth for the other players. Among setup, you will also need to put all the resource cards in reach of all players. After dealing out the ones that are to be received at the beginning of the game, you put the 2 awards for longest road and longest army in reach of all players next to the game board, as well as the development cards. Once this is all set up, you are then ready to start the game. First thing you're going to do is roll the dice. Based on the result, you will then collect resources. Notice there are no 7s because 7 is a special number. When you roll 7, you will be able to move the robber to any location. So if I was, say, white player and I rolled a 7, I would move the robber here. I will be able to steal 1 random resource from either orange or blue, my choice. Afterwards, I will then be able to continue with a normal turn. Wherever he is, it will not produce. His location will change periodically through the game every time someone rolls a 7. One last thing about the robber is anyone who has a hand higher than 7 must discard half of their resources. Good news is it's their choice. Let's say I didn't roll a 7 and I actually rolled an 8. So that means both 8s on the board would produce. So this would produce ore for those who are for the white player here, and this 8 would produce a wood for the red and blue player. Once everyone has gotten the resources based on the die roll, a trade may be initiated, in which case, if I am white player, I can initiate a trade with any other player, trading resources that I see fit. It is up to their discretion. They can deny my proposal, they can counter trade, or what have you. It's a negotiation. Once the active player finishes negotiations, I can then build settlements, or roads, or whatever I see fit based on the resources I have. Here are the options in which I can build. I can build a road. Ruling is I must build next to a road that is already on the board that is mine. A settlement. I can build a settlement for these resources. Each settlement is worth 1 point, so everyone starts the game with 2 points. And it must be at least 2 spaces away, or has to be 2 intersections away from any other settlement. Cities are worth 2 points apiece. However, those are upgraded settlements. So cities are built where settlements already are. You'd remove the settlement off the board and replace it with a city. Then last but not least is the development card. Those development cards are multitude of special things. One of those is to have a knight, in which case, once you play 3 knights, you can then get the largest army. Here's what that card looks like. The largest army is worth 2 points. Some other ones include getting victory points. Some of them will allow you to play 2 roads, for free. If you get 5 or more, you will get the longest road, which is also worth 2 victory points. If I get a road that is worth a length of 5, I will receive it. But let's say my opponent then builds a length of 6 before I can build any more, then they will steal that from me. Same thing with the largest army. If someone is to play more army than me, they can steal it. And the game will go on like this until someone reaches 10 victory points. When someone reaches 10 victory points, the game is over and that player is the winner. So one last thing is, if you happen to build at a port, any of these places with the boat, that allows you to do a mostly a 2-for-1 trade for 2 of one respective resources. For example, this one is 2 sheep for 1 of your choice. There was some where you can do 3 for 1, 3 of any resource for 1 of another. When you are doing a trade, you can do 4 for 1. That is available for everyone. Also in the advanced game, there are these other harbor tokens which will allow you to change the harbors if you want. So let's say if I want this one to be the stone and I wanted this one to be the sheep, and so on and so forth. Anyway, that's how you play Catan. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and comment down below about what you think of Catan. One last thing I will mention, when we do our versus, we did it a little bit wrong because this game is a 3 to 4 player game. And yeah, our versus, we played a little incorrectly because we did it 2 players. But hey, we still had fun. And I hope you like our video. Bye bye for now.